Hi guys, this video is about depersonalization and derealization. Some of you might never have heard of this because I only heard of it about 2 years ago, even though I have experienced it for about 4 or 5 years. So basically, it sounds like I'm crazy what I'm about to describe, but it doesn't mean you're crazy if you have this. It's just, it's usually a part of either anxiety or depression or other mental health conditions, or it could be due to drugs, if you take recreational drugs, medications, if you have some illnesses cause it, grief like bereavement can cause it, viruses, hormonal or chemical imbalances can all cause this. I'm not going to talk too much about what causes it or how to get out of it because that would make the video a bit too long, so I'm just going to focus on what it feels like from my own experience, what it felt like. The first time I experienced it was when I lived on the ship and they found out that I had eating disorder. That's when I got a lot of anxiety and depression and things like that, and symptoms of derealization were there. But things didn't really get worse until I got diagnosed with a chronic illness called lupus. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's incurable and it's for life, and I was experiencing intense pain and fatigue from that, and I started to get really depressed and get all these other symptoms. Okay, I'll try to describe it. You kind of feel like you're in a dream, like nothing's reality. You feel really disconnected from the people around you and the world, and even my own body. I felt like I wasn't even me anymore. I felt like I died, and I know that sounds really weird, but I felt like I was just disconnected, and you just don't feel whole. You don't feel like this is me, this is my body, you know. My eyesight would be like two-dimensional or something, or sort of double vision but sort of not. Sometimes in kind of things are sharp, but they're also hard to see in some ways, like distorted. Some shapes would be, I don't know, my perception was a bit screwed up, and I thought it was my eyesight, so I got all these tests done, and my vision is 20/20, so it wasn't my actual eyes, and I got MRI scans done, everything, you know, things like that were fine, but it is actually a part of derealization that you can experience vision, strange vision as well. Feeling this way obviously made my depression much worse, and anxiety, and you lose all confidence and you just don't really want to go out, because even speaking to people, it's strange because you don't really feel like they're speaking to you. Sometimes you feel like you're not really there, and I don't know, it's strange, and you think maybe they can tell that I am weird or I'm going crazy or something, and I really did think I was going a bit crazy. But things did improve. I did have it for about 3 years, quite bad, but in the last year or so it's got really better, and I don't really notice it so much. I still experience it sometimes, but now I know what is causing it, and I know what I need to do to try and calm it down, and also not to think about it. And once I start thinking about it, it just makes it 100 times worse. So I try to focus on other things, and that really helps. If you'd like me to make a video about the causes and how to get out of it, I don't have all the answers, but I can talk a little bit about my experience. And if you can't relate to this video, it's something that you never experienced, but you meet somebody who talks about feeling like they're in a movie, or they feel like things aren't real, or they feel like they're in a dream, then you can tell them about derealization and depersonalization, and maybe they can relate to it. Because for me, when I found out that other people had this and it's something, you know, it's a real thing, like my therapist, she told me about it. This is about 2 years ago. She was like, we need to, you know, work on your derealization and depersonalization. And I'm like, my what? And then she told me, and I was like, wow, you know, there's a name to that. That's so cool. And I looked it up online, and I realized there's a whole community of people who have it too, and I'm not happy that they have it, but it's just really good knowing that you're not alone. So yeah, I hope that you will take care of yourself this week, and I will speak to you shortly. Bye!